This is Citadel of Infinite Void. Unreal difficulty Citadel being currently the hardest obby beaten in Roblox, that was beaten a couple of months back by Literature-Desk. And well, that means that another new hardest obby has been beaten, yet again. But as closer and closer as we get to the human limits of obby, we'll eventually get to the nil difficulty, the difficulty after Unreal. And a nil obby that you're mostly thinking of is probably Citadel of Void. Yep, COV, the nil Citadel being considered literally impossible for about 5 years now. Now, if you don't know, Citadel of Void was a nil Citadel added in 2019 in Zelda, being humanly possible at the time, and was removed a few moments after. Now, we got a couple clones like Tower of Eternal Void and Citadel of Infinite Void, or slightly newer versions of Citadel of Void being a difficulty load. However, this was in 2019, now we're in 2024, and things have changed a lot throughout those 5 years. The community has kept improving massively in terms of obbying, and has gone up till obbies that were literally thought being impossible, and now are just things that are beaten very easily. However, as closer as we get to the nil difficulty, a difficulty known for being literally the border of the human limits, there's still one question that people ask themselves, including me, and that is Citadel of Void possible? The obby that has been stalling us for 5 years, will it finally be beaten? Now there's obviously two sides on this question. The first one is, yes, it will be beaten, I believe in this community, or no, it's literally impossible. You wanna know what side I'm on? Well, I'm on the yes side, and obviously, I'll explain why. Now, there's actually a pretty big reason of why I think that, and how a lot of other community can prove my point. I'll explain. Let me take an example of a game that I play sort of a lot. Geometry Dash. Geometry Dash is a progression game similar to Jade-So, and it has proven at one point that the impossible was possible. See, back in 2014, there was a level called Silent Clubstep, being considered impossible, just like Citadel of Void. And almost a decade after, it has been proven possible. How? Well, because of the progress of the players, how they managed to improve throughout the years in order to go against this monstrosity of a level. Started with small new best, then try to get the least amount of attempts in practice mode, and then the top players started doing actual runs on this level, and then it was proved that it was possible to beat this level. Yes, it might have took a decade to complete it, but it was still theoretically possible. It wasn't like a giant wall was blocking you from winning. No, it was just really hard, not impossible. And same thing goes for Jade-So. Now of course you might be saying to yourself, but Jade-So is harder than GD. Jade-So is a 3D game while in GD you just click. Yes. But does it stop the top players to continue? No. So shut your ugly ass! Now of course top players haven't started to grind this Citadel and still want to improve, but people have already done small sections of Citadel of Void, and who knows? Citadel of Void might be conquered one day. Now of course I'm not saying it's gonna be beaten. For now, in fact, it might take a few years to beat this, but 5 years in after this Citadel's release, we see all signs of progression regarding the obby community, and maybe, just maybe, it can be beaten. So now, after we've covered all of that, is Citadel of Void possible? Well, yes, it is possible. It's just really hard at the point that we think it's impossible, because as long as you can do an all jumps run on this Citadel, it is still theoretically possible. It's just really hard, like the example of Silent Clubstep. There's not like an actually impossible 30-stunt jump blocking you from doing this Citadel. No, all the jumps have been proven legit. Now, is this Citadel going to be beaten one day? Well, we actually don't know. See, this answer is entirely based on the top players, if they're dedicated and motivated enough to even try the Citadel, or even just get to this point of skill in order to do the Citadel. But it might not be possible, because maybe those top players would just quit and abandon game for good, leaving without an attempt of this Citadel. So yeah, unfortunately, we can't predict the future, but at least we know that this Citadel is theoretically possible. Anyways, see you next time.